welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. Time is starting to run short in this season. The goals, the aspirations are still alive, and we are looking forward to this one here in Week 10 of our coverage of EA Sports College Football. It's the TCU Horned Frogs and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline where she is keeping a close eye on some injury news that's unfolding.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. They have a lot of confidence in their backup this week. He was able to come in for their injured starter last week and have a very productive game. They like how he read the defense, how he got guys in and out of plays, so they are expecting to be able to really count on him here today in this big.
Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Horned Frogs offense will have the football first. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. This time they'll throw it. Caught. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense got it, they're on the run. Touchdown, Aggies. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Set for the point after. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. They'll leave it with the lone back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll go to the counter. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Rush right in his face. It's complete to the left. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. On his way back from the 20. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. The Aggies offense will now get its first chance with the football. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they tried the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
And the Aggies are facing 3rd and inches. Powers inside. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. It's dropped after taking the hit. 2nd and long here. The give. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. The Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not a lot of room to field this one. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Schrader. Finds his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Throws for the tight end. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Cradles it at the 35. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Long way to go on 2nd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Flip it out to the back on the screen. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff for Brown. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. 3rd down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Fires to the middle, and they won't make the connection going for the big play. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll field this one in tight quarters. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The run to the left. Sees a crease. Breaks into the open. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44. Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. The handoff as they run the counter play here. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. First down and 10. Quick completion to the right. Nice move. Creates some space. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Second down, going to throw it. Throws quickly, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. The throw. He's got the back in the middle. Gives him the big stiff arm. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Horned Frogs have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, TCU!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Back to pass, it's Schrader. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Speeding down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggie! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Finds his target. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Selling the fake. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. He'll try to get to the marker himself, but nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. Searching for space. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Off play action on first down. Finds a tight end down the gut. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Schrader. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Texas A&M going quickly. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Got it! Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Defense all over him. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. It'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Quick completion on the out route. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
The Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Sells the run, looking to pass. Fires complete on the crosser. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Moving the pocket, it's Schrader. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Got there right as the ball did, jarred it loose. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Still looking. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Drops back on first down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. The handoff. Pass to 6. There he goes. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Aggie. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at the away team taking on the Syracuse Orange. And it's the away team chasing a 6th straight victory today. This team is a snowball rolling downhill, just adding momentum with every new week. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game at Kyle Field. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kyle Field.
And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Turning it on. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. Back to pass on second down. Turns it upfield. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Push is ahead. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw one first. On the move. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Up-tempo for the offense.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Hauls it in. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Horned Frogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal coming up. Trying to pound it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the returner will be dragged down. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That lead is now 10, down to a 2-possession game, and it's on this offense to try to stretch it back out. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The give to Brown. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Schrader. Got his man. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game, as we're starting to get late. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. They'll ride him again. Shakes off the defender.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And the Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Fresh center downs going to the air. Hauls it in. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Field goal is good. Down to a 1-possession game, 24-17.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Brown. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Schrader. Quick completion on the out.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Not a lot of room to field this one. Taken down right away. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. From the gun, running back on the move. Taken down. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Going to field this one in tight quarters. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Oh, he's got some space. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Dropping back, it's Schrader. Fires to the wideout. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. 2nd and long here. They'll move the wide receiver. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. 3rd and long coming up. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Trying to make one miss. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Motion from the wideout. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. He lost one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Quick give. He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch them napping on the run, and nothing doing. And the Horned Frogs will punt this one away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. On the ground with the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. RPO complete. Sweet cut there. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Extending the play. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Moves the pocket. It's Schrader. Had to force that one.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. After that last incompletion, man, do they need to connect and keep this drive alive and keep that clock running. Throws to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Zings it complete to the right. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. Makes a grab past the marker. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They give it to him again. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Tries to do it himself. Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Give to the single back. Stopped immediately. Might have gotten a little cute with that run on 3rd and long, and they got nothing to show for it. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. It's complete to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it, and stopped the clock. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
The defense comes up big time on the 4th down play, trying to get the stop, making sure he doesn't get a 1st down. The fumble, it's just the icing on the sundae. That's fine. We'll take it, but more importantly, they got the big stop and turnover on downs.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoil.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.